Hi guys, welcome back to the desktop for one of the shorter midweek retro RPGs that I'm doing while we're all isolated. Things from my collection which are smaller and I normally wouldn't devote a full video to. And this time I would like to present this. Interface, Issue 3, Volume 1. I showed you Issue 2 of Volume 1 a couple of videos ago, and that video seems to have been fairly well received, so I thought I'd go through the next issue of it. And I have to say, this one looks a lot nicer. If I reach over and grab the last one, the cover looked fairly primitive, black and white art, just with a red tint through it. Didn't look that nice, but everything has been polished up a bit. This is really nice cover artwork. I will admit that I do like the look of the character in it as well. The circuit board print clothing is something I think is fairly cool. They've tightened up the logo. The presentation looks a lot better. Going over to the back cover. Welcome to Megacity, Everytown USO 2020. Getting around isn't as easy as it used to be, nor as safe. We offer a little friendly advice in any major city. Buy Vend-a-Mods. Their information is invaluable and cheap. Take a cab. You'll lose fewer cars that way. Troubleshooter cabs is the best bet. Stay away from cheap drugs. Use the designer kind. I can't stress enough, stay out of the net. The damn AIs are taking over. Get a Skinmask. The air is totally unbreathable without one. If you're reading this, you must be a cyberpunk and can't be bothered with people telling you anything anyway. So read it, find out yourself, and the rest is covered up with labels. Someone may be along to steal it from you any minute. And inside, we've got a table of contents. In this issue, cyberware, featured article, altered states with new drugs, corporate review, NuScience, service information, special features, interviews, centerfold, enter cyberspace if you dare, subordinate character classes part 2, cyber reviews, downloads, uplinks, which are the letters, chipping in, advertising information, and subscription information. Now, something I didn't notice before is it's listed as a publisher of Altasaurian Games. So I don't know whether the company that produces this, Prometheus Publishing, is an offshoot of them, or whether Prometheus produced it and just went to Altasaurian Games to get it published. But it kind of makes it slightly more official than I thought. I thought it was just a fanzine, but it obviously has the authority of Altasaurian Games to do stuff. And going into it, we've got some new cyberware, cyber vocal, a cyber bar, so a mini bar built into your leg, cat's paw stealth foot, monovision, so look like Cyclops or Robocop if you want. And we've got the Antarctican Collective, a group of people living in the Pangean Arco, now establishing future archaeology sites as other areas in perpetually snow-free valleys and moraines of the Transarctic mountain range. So, travel to Antarctica and see what that's like. And detailing the timeline of it being set up. A very nice setting. Very different from what you would normally expect in Cyberpunk, but kind of completely makes sense that people will be exploiting the Antarctic. Especially in high-tech residences. That would be perfect places for cyberpunk characters to be sent to raid for information, because this would be a high-tech place with plenty of stuff to rob, basically. Altered states, so we've got different dosages of drugs. Fool Killer. Rambo 7. We've got some adverts in here. Revolution Genetics Incorporated. So a large corporation. Nice information for people to use to raid. And what have we got here? Vendor module, so vending modules, which can provide various services. Services, Troubleshooter cabs. So basically a cab company who comes with armed drivers. Special costs, external defense systems, and all sorts of details about them. Staff of the company. What's up ahead? Vehicle encounters to use with your cabs. Interview with a predator. Final report on the inmate penal corps. So a fake interview with a character from the world. And then we've got various characters from this penal corps. Artificial intelligence in Cyberpunk. What are they? Types of AIs. And this would be fleshed out far more in later editions, because AIs weren't a massive thing in early versions. Oh, I've skipped over a couple of pages. A very generic painting of what an AI in cyberspace looks like, but it's useful stuff. Expanding the net. New programs to use. Subordinate and alternate character classes. So, creating corporate operatives or ex-cyber soldiers, bodyguard, bounty hunter, street samurai. And we're on to the movie reviews, because this is just a magazine, it's not a source book. So we've got Akira Trance's Me, a Novel of Self-Discovery. Bibliography of Artificial Intelligence, suggestions of things to watch. The letters page. Chipping in, so the editorial page. Yes, okay, it's finished. Yes, it's late. No, I don't want to hear about it. Prometheus rate card, which seems a very odd thing to publish, especially across 2 pages. This is something I've been involved in the past because I helped run a magazine a few years ago, and your rate card is something you send out, which is how much you will charge for different adverts. You know, whether you want a full page, half page, quarter page advert, whether you want to advertise on the back cover or inside the covers, the costs are all different. And it seems a very unusual thing to put in. I would expect normally a half page saying, for advertising, contact us and we'll send you through the rate card. But this is the Prometheus rate card 1991. And then a subscription form on the back. So there's a lovely little bunch of stuff in there. Again, it was a fairly cheap add-on. It adds a lot to the world. It fleshes out parts of the game which weren't detailed at that time, although later on I believe they did become a lot more detailed. Source books and things were released for them. But a very nice little book. I advise having a look for them. If you can find them online, probably. If you can buy them, then definitely go for it, because they are cool things if you play Cyberpunk. Anyway, as always, thank you very, very much for watching through. Please like and subscribe if you like what I'm doing. But most of all, you look after yourselves. Bye now.